How's it going, everybody? 8-Second Gaming here, back with another video, and today we're doing something that I haven't done before. We're doing a tier list. I've never done one of these videos. I've kind of done a little bit of it on TikTok, where I kind of talked about a team based on their team usefulness, but it was never really a full-on standalone YouTube video where I could actually talk to about legends in kind of detail when I put them somewhere. So I'm really excited about doing this today, but before we hop into this, please, if you do like this video or you do enjoy these kinds of videos, leave a like on the video. It shows me that people want to see more of these videos in the future, and it also, the more likes in the video, the more that YouTube pushes it out to people's recommended pages, and the more that people see this video, the more views that I get, and then the more that my community grows, and then the more that I can kind of get information on what videos you guys like. So yeah, leave a like and then drop a comment if you guys think that I should put a legend higher or lower in your tier list. Let's see how it goes. But we're going to start into this with Bangalore. Bangalore, I do believe, is a B tier, C tier legend. We're going to go with the higher of the two. We're going to put her to B tier. She just doesn't really do a whole lot. Her smokes are annoying. Her ultimate's kind of lackluster. The only good thing about her is how you can play her as a solo legend with her speed boost. She is annoying to fight. The smokes are annoying. She kind of takes fire off of your teammates with the smokes. And being an annoying legend, she kind of is the one that people tend to focus more. I always focus Bangalore's in fights if I can, so I do kind of single out Bangalore's, but I don't think that she is a very good legend for team play or really on her own either. There are fantastic Bangalore players like Shiv, obviously, but that is just Shiv's skill. I think if he played a different legend, he would still be as good as he is. I don't think it's the legend, I think it's the player. Bangalore B tier. Going into Bloodhound. Bloodhound S tier, obviously. I don't think there would be any other spot for Bloodhound, potentially A tier if they get nerfed a little bit more, but S tier for right now. The scans, all the information that you get out of that, the ultimate, the speed boost, the information that you get from the passive, the recon for playing Circle. Bloodhound can really kind of morph into any team comp. You want to play Circle? Good. Bloodhound can tell you where the next Circle is going to be, so you can play a Circle comp. You want to play Edge comp? Good. Bloodhound's very aggressive with the ultimate, with the scans, can play Edge comp very well. They just kind of are a jack of all trades, master of all. They do everything amazingly. It's very, very fantastic to have a Bloodhound on your team. I main Bloodhound, so I could be a little bit biased, but, you know, I see a lot of other people putting Bloodhound in S tier, and I see a lot of people playing Bloodhound very, very effectively in not only GLL, but ALGS and everything like that. So, Bloodhound, S tier. Next up, Caustic, S tier. I've seen a lot of people put him lower. They just haven't fought the right Caustics yet. Fighting Caustics in scrims and everything like that, when you're actually facing Caustics that know how to trap up, is one of the most annoying things in the world. Caustic is unbelievably strong right now. He's ruining the meta, and I cannot wait until his nerf comes out, because right now it is just ability legends, and the game is kind of going down the drain. But yeah, Caustic can hold a building really, really effectively, can also be aggressive, and that's the thing that puts him above Wattson, because Caustic can be aggressive. He can siege buildings, he can force people to be in tiny little corners that they don't want to be in, where you can just team shot and kill them, and it's just, you choke them out, and it is really, really, really effective. But Caustic, S tier, obviously. Moving on to Crypto. Crypto, we're going to put into B tier alongside Bangalore. I know that there's going to be a few Crypto fanboys that are typing up their angry comments right now. Let me explain. Crypto is taken out of the fight when he's setting up his drone. So not only can he get lasered while he's on his drone, but his team can get lasered while you're on your drone. While it does get information, it can plug in teammates immediately. It can scan beacons immediately. You can get beacons that are out of zone really easily. It does have a lot of really good uses, but you are on your drone, you're out of the fight, and you're not paying attention when you're on your drone. I've shot many Cryptos that are just sitting in the corner on their little Game Boy. It potentially kills more Cryptos than it helps. And then it can also kill your teammates as well if you guys are going to set up for a fight. Again, the EMP, fantastic, 150 damage for free potentially, but your teammates are going in, usually into a 2v3 situation, so it can go badly for them. So Crypto goes B tier just because he's out of the fight for most of the fight. Moving on to Gibraltar. Gibraltar, obviously, S tier. Gibraltar is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, 1v1 legends with the gun shield. It is fantastic. It takes 50 HP with no bleed through, so it can take a Kraber shot and leave you with still full health. The bubble with the res, fantastic. You have to force teams to either come out of their hiding spots or push you in order to make sure that you don't get the res off. You have your ultimate, which cuts off rotations, cuts off a line of sight, forces teams off high ground. And there's so much that the ultimate does. There's so much that Gibraltar does. Until he gets his nerf, he's definitely S tier. There's no question about it. He's one of the strongest legends in the game. Coming on to the new legend, Fuse. I've had a lot of thought about this, and I definitely think that at his peak, he's a B tier, but I'm going to put him in C tier. I don't think he's really that good. The only good thing about him is his grenade spam, and even then, that's just slightly annoying. It's not something that, like, I've never been in game and said, oh my god, it's a Fuse, run, we're gonna die. That hasn't happened before. You know, it's happened like, oh my god, it's a Caustic, oh my god, it's a Gibraltar, oh no, it's a Horizon. There's so many things that happen that, you know, shouldn't happen with Fuse, but, like, the grenade spam is really the only annoying thing. The Knuckle Cluster, I believe it's called, that's just, again, slightly annoying, nothing about it. And then his ultimate doesn't really do much. It's a worse Horizon ult. It keeps you in a circle, but you can just Octane jump pad out of it, you can Pathfinder grapple out of it, you can Wraith portal out of it, you can just Gibraltar dome in the middle of it. There's so many things that just counter Fuse's ultimate. It doesn't actually do anything to you. So, Fuse, C tier. At most, he could go up to B tier, but I've already got 2 legends in B tier, so we're going to go with C tier. Horizon, all the S tier legends are up first, apparently. Horizon's S tier. She's got more mobility than Pathfinder with, like, getting your team up and down. I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and I kind of agree with them. That, like, right now, over mobility, like, with mobility, everything like that, Horizon over Pathfinder, she's just ridiculously good. The ultimate is ridiculously strong, can pull people around walls, through walls, into the middle. You just nade spam it, you Caustic ult it, you Gibraltar ult it, whatever you want to do. It just synergizes so well with so many different legends. She can get you in and out of fights really easily. She can get high ground on teams really easily. She can strafe in her Q while popping a battery faster than you should. There's a lot of things about Horizon that need to be nerfed that probably are going to come in the future, but, you know, it's Respawn. We can never trust them to do anything, so, yeah. Horizon, S tier, 100%. Coming on to Lifeline. Lifeline, I do believe, is B tier. Now, the only strong thing about Lifeline is her res, and while I admit that the res should have a nerf because of how strong it is, I don't think anything else in her kit is really that strong. The heal bot, kind of strong in fights because you can heal your shield and you can heal yourself, but that Octane does that as well, and I believe that Octane with his buff to the healing, or actually I think they reverted that. They might have reverted it, I don't know, I don't pay attention to Octane that much, but Octane's passive healing is just as strong. So, and that's a passive, that's not, you know, if the drone is on cooldown, it doesn't matter for Octane, he just gets it anyway. So, I do believe that Lifeline is B tier. Again, there's nothing really in her kit other than the res. The ultimate does come in clutch every now and then, but you have to wait for it, and it does take a while to charge. So if you don't have a charge tower on King's Canyon, and you don't have ultimate accelerates, you're just sitting for half the game waiting for one thing to come down. Nah, that's my piece about Lifeline. Loba! I think everybody knows where Loba's going. S tier. Those big fat titties. I'm sorry. No, D tier. Loba, D tier. Her only good thing about her is her black market, and while the buffs to the black market have been nice, she just still is very lackluster in the team comp. Her Q isn't really fantastic. Doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't know what else I can say about Loba. There's nothing really good about her. The Q, the ultimate, there's really nothing that really stands out to me. So I'm gonna put Loba into D tier, and I know that all the Loba people are gonna say that I just don't know how to play her. Well, you know what? Drop your comments, leave them down there. Mirage, D tier. I would put him way lower if I could, but there's only D tier here. So Mirage, D tier. There's nothing good about him. The only good thing that you could potentially have about him is his res, and Lifeline and Gibraltar both res better than he does. One has an unbreakable dome over top of you that also gives you faster healing while you're inside of it. And then the other one can fight people while you're getting res. So she can shoot people while you're getting res. Mirage just kind of goes invisible. And then if you know the general area of where they went invisible, you can just sit and wait for them to come out of invisibility if you can't see the particles. There's nothing good about him. I don't care what people say. There's nothing good about him. He sucks. Now, Octane. Octane received a nice little buff to his jump pad, giving him more control over it, flying faster through air, or going higher, which actually has moved him up from being D tier, potentially C tier, into the B tier. Octane is actually a lot of fun. He is potentially A tier now. I've seen a lot of really good plays with him. I'm actually going to stick him in A tier. I'm going to stick him in A tier. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to be that one that sticks him in A tier. Could be potentially controversial, but he is unbelievably good right now. He has the passive healing. He has the stims to make him go faster, to get in and out of fights really easily. And then his jump pad honestly feels better than Pathfinder does right now. The zip lines aren't as good as they used to be because of the zip bouncing getting nerfed. His grapple still sucks. His hitbox still sucks. So Pathfinder is just kind of not that good of a legend. But we'll talk about Pathfinder next. We're talking about Octane. Octane doesn't have low profile. Is a very small hitbox. Can run fast. He's the fastest character in the game because of his continual stimming. It is very hard to catch up to a Octane that is stimming. He has the jump pads, which give him the ability to take high ground. While they used to be just, you got on a jump pad in a fight, you were a sitting duck, and you were dead. Now with the faster jump pad, it's a lot harder to shoot somebody in air, and he's really, really good. I definitely think that he's actually A tier now. He's moved up so many tiers just from one simple change to his jump pad, and I love it because I used to be an Octane main, so I'm slowly getting back into maining Octane. That being said, Pathfinder. I'm gonna go with Pathfinder being B tier. The hitbox still sucks. The grapple is not as good as it used to be. But the fact that he can get the beacons, have the reset on the zip line, he can get height, he can take stuff that normal legends can't take. He has 2 different height taking abilities. I do think that kind of helps out the team a little bit more than certain other legends. But you know what, Pathfinder, there's not really a whole lot to say about him. Because everything that's been said about him has been said already multiple times on other people's tier lists. He's just kind of a middle of the pack legend now. B tier. Rampart, D tier. She sucks. I don't care about the Sheila changes. They suck. I'm not saying anything about her because she sucks. Wattson. Wattson is the one that I don't know where to put because she still is very strong. She still does hold buildings well, especially on King's Canyon, with the rank split being on King's Canyon. But she does get countered very easily by 2 of the legends on the list already, by Crypto and Caustic. I'm personally going to put her in A tier because she still can hold a building very well. Her ultimate still does a lot, even though the nerfs have come out of it. I think she's an A tier legend. I was playing her a couple days ago, and I felt that I was still able to help my team a lot. So he used to be a Wattson main for GLL, ALGS, and T1 scrims, so I have a lot of playtime on Wattson, and honestly, I still feel very strong with her. I still feel very comfortable with her, so I'm going to keep her in A tier. If people disagree with me and want her high, not higher, she can't go higher. She can't go higher than A tier. But if you wanted to go lower, let me know why you would put her lower. I would love to hear your reasoning about that, because being an old Wattson main, I do want her to be in a good spot again. But right now, I just don't see anything about that. Wraith. The changes to Wraith, I don't know. I honestly think that she has gone lower. I don't think she's an S tier legend anymore. I think she is an A tier legend. The changes to her hitbox, I personally don't find a difference shooting the Wraiths, but I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter from very respectable Wraith mains that have said that she has been changed completely and it just doesn't feel the same anymore. So I don't know personally, but a lot of people that I do respect their opinions on, and I do think that they're fantastic Wraith players, have said that she's kind of falling out of the meta and she's falling down in the ranks. So I'm going to put her A tier. So I believe that is a good spot for her. Now, Revenant. Revenant, I think, is the most underrated character in Apex Legends. I think that he doesn't get the love that he deserves. I think he's very strong, but because nobody plays a team comp around him, or they don't really know how to play him, he just kind of falls into a lackluster situation, and for that reason alone, I'm putting him in C tier. I think he kind of doesn't get the love he deserves because nobody really knows how to play him. If you go to Tokyo servers or watch Tokyo scrims, they play Revenant constantly. They play him very, very effectively. If I were to do a tier list solely off of that, I would put Revenant probably B or A because of how effective he is over there. But right now, nobody really knows how to play him. Nobody really knows how to kind of synergize with him very well, kind of on the massive scale of the game. So I do think that Revenant is a C tier legend solely based off that. If people were to start playing him better and to start playing him more effectively, I would have no issue moving him up because he is very strong. His ultimate is very strong. His climbing is very strong. His strafe speed while aiming down sight, very broken. While he's crouching, like getting that speed boost, oh, it is hard to hit a Revenant doing that. His hitbox is weird. It's skinny, but you know, it's still easy to hit him in my opinion. But that is where my legends fall on the tier list. If you guys have any changes that you would make to your tier list, again, please drop them in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with people down there. If you guys want to come and chat on my streams, I stream Monday to Saturday, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on YouTube. I'm no longer on Twitch. There's been a change for a while now, but a lot of people don't know that for some reason. So yeah, I have my streams on YouTube now. So all you have to do is sub, hit the bell. You get a notification when I go live. And if you guys want to join my Discord, come hang out in there. We all chat. There's LFG channels if you're looking to play with some people for Apex. The description will have a link to my Discord, but I appreciate you guys all watching. And again, please leave a like if you want to see more of these videos. I will see you all later. Peace out.